welcome back to Saxthorpe Farms, and I am finishing up the silage harvest. We're not going to do too much of this, at least in the video. I still have a fair bit to do, but only about 5 minutes, so if you don't want to see it because it was in the last video, just jump ahead. You'll be fine. This time it is being run down to the main farm, so you could see on the map there. Got, at the moment, 3 vehicles. I think it ended up with 4 vehicles running, doing the carting. So I've got both Volvo lorries. You can see the second one just coming in here. And 2 of the Deutz with our 2 bigger silage trailers. So yeah. And that worked most of the time pretty well. It actually worked better than running it to the cow farm and putting it in the clamp. Things seem to space themselves out better naturally. And I think auto drive just seemed to be running a bit better in general. I did update it, but I don't think I updated it between videos, so I'm not sure. Maybe I did. Maybe it just needed a break. Yeah, it just seemed mostly to be better paved. I will say mostly, so yeah. I'm saying most so much. The majority of what we take off of this part of the field ends up going down to the farm, filling up the 2 fermenters, because there was quite a lot on the field still, and then the last bit does go in the clamp at the cow farm. And then we're going to get the combine out and get into the fields. I had done the cultivating contract last time, and I hadn't actually collected it, so there was 16 grand sat there waiting to be claimed, which is nice because it's going to boost our bank account a little bit. It is looking a little bit light at the moment, but it'll slowly tick back up. We've got the radio mast and the homebrew production's got about 150 grand sat in it already. So yeah, it's kind of nuts how much money that makes. And finally, I was on to the last row. This was a big old job. I think I spoke in the last video about crop rotations, and someone had a suggestion, which I'm not going to do, which is they name their fields with their crop rotation in it. I'm not going to do that. I did comment on the get help for crop rotation, and the last time I looked, there'd been no response on there. What I think I'm going to do is create a new save, so that I don't lose the crop rotation I've got in here, and just go through and build a couple of crop rotations. I want to mix in the new crops, assuming we can get a harvester. You will have seen that the update to the T440 released, and I've had a word with the manufacturer, and I think I can get a good deal on one of those for when we need to get into root crops, so we should be good there, hopefully. So I do want to mix in the root crops now. We've got quite a lot of land. I think 2 crop rotations is probably a good idea, and probably not doing maize on a field this big, or maybe by the time we get into doing maize next year, because this is the only maize field we've got, maybe we'll have 2 forage harvesters, and Courseplay will run the forage harvesters and I'll do some of the carting. I don't know, but yeah, this was a big old job. It was a big old job. Probably one of the biggest forage harvests I've done in a while, particularly with a single forage harvester. Well, actually, it probably is, but equally last year when I did forage on here, it was a big job, but we had a much smaller forage harvester. So the only thing that sticks in my mind as being comparable is when we were doing the mega silage harvests on Greenlands, where it was that ridiculously big field. But I was running like 3 forage harvesters on there, and some big lorries doing the carting and stuff, so it was a completely different scale, but the time feels quite similar. I don't remember how many hours the Fendt Katana had on it when we brought it, and I'm a bit disorganized for this one, so I had planned to do normally I do notes as I edit. I started the edit, I was like, must write notes, and then I was distracted by chatting to a couple of people on Discord as I did the edit, and I did not write notes. So we're kind of free-forming here, and I think that reflects on how I've been doing things lately. And it is what it is. Hopefully you can't hear the dog neighing next to me snoring, because that's the other thing, is that I'm having to do a lot more things, a bit more, as I can. And so I'm sat downstairs That's, so we got 2.16 million litres of silage off that field. Yeah, I'm sat downstairs. It's Saturday evening. My sister has gone to bed. She went to bed at about 4-ish, I think. Chronic fatigue is a killer. Yeah, actually, her here asleep as well. But yeah, so I've got the 4 dogs sat around me. Our Welsh collie is snoring next to me. So, but hey, it's how life is at the moment, so it's going to reflect in how I do things. As two things that I'm going to do in the video. I'm going to say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members, and we're going to do it early because I always leave it till late. So thank you guys, appreciate you all supporting the channel. If any of you are interested in any of that, there are links below. And also going to do, because I haven't done it in forever, answer as a percentage how you doing. And I was thinking about that as I went upstairs to get the microphone and stuff. And it's like, I think I'm doing pretty good today. I would say I'm around 75%, which for me is pretty darn good. Had a nice chilled out day. Sorry, I just muted the mic because one of the greyhounds looked like he was about to get up and make lots of noise. Had a nice chilled out day. We watched a couple of films, I think. We watched at least one film, maybe 2 films. They were so good I don't remember what they were, but we sat and watched a couple of films. I did a few bits and pieces around the house. I went for a nice run this morning. Have restarted on my keto diet today, which the highlight of which for me was I've just sat and eaten a huge bone-in ribeye steak, which will probably keep me full for quite a while. Probably quite a long time into tomorrow, if I'm honest. And yeah, the weather's been good. It's just been nice actually to have. So I need to get stuff done over the next couple of days of the 4-day weekend. But it's been really nice to have a couple of days just spending time with Mrs. D, relaxing, and not worrying too much about stuff. Got a little bit of stuff done for this. Yeah, I got the update to the improvised animal sheds is done. I just need to do a few bits and pieces and I can submit that to Giants. Hopefully I can get those done over the weekend. That'd be cool. May not do it. May be that I get that submitted on Tuesday. We'll see. I'm not in a massive rush. I've got it done. It works. Made the updates that I wanted to make to it. So yeah. So I used Defend to compact it. It took a while, and then tidied it up a bit. I'm just finishing it off with the telehandler. I found that Deutz wasn't great for just getting the edge done because the leveler just kept picking stuff up. So anywho, 1.19-ish million litres in there, and then about 1 million litres in the 2 fermenting silos. So lots of silage, decent amount to sell. So it's going to be good. I thought we would just combine field 18. So this is one of our new fields. It's got oats in it, and yeah, I thought we'll finish off with combining that. One of the other fields is ready to combine, but if we don't get that done till next month, it's fine. You know, they'll still be there. They'll still be there. I wanted to prioritise getting the maize done because we're going to need to plough that field now. If you watched the Valley of the Old Farm video and you didn't unsubscribe because I used a GT plough, it's a real plough, does exist, then I am actually planning to use that on here to get that field ploughed in, because I think those kind of mulcher/chisel ploughs are designed for turning over cornfields, so we might as well use the appropriate implement. What I'm thinking is we'll kind of I think what I'll do, I'll turn the corn in, stick grass in there. Once the grass has grown a bit, we'll stick an expandable pasture on there and stick the cows in there, and stick the beef cattle in there, and they can graze on that because there's not enough grass in the pen we have on the farm, and it's quite close to the farm. So yeah, I mean, I could, no I couldn't, because I was going to say I could make it so that the one that I have in there supports expandable pastures, but I can't because it's got a nav mesh made of multiple planes. What I could do is replace it with one of the ones from Simple Pastures, make a nav mesh that fits the field, and then we could just expand the pasture into that other field and move the cows around it. That would work. Yeah, I might do that. It's just kind of reflects moving your cows around. Something like that. Anyway, I'll work something out. The main thing was to get the silage off the field and get the field ploughed. So that's going to be a big old job. We won't be using the 3 metre variant of that I used on the Valley of the Old Farm. That's for darn sure. So we did the first stream back with Alien Paul. If you didn't watch it, because I know some of you don't like watching the streams. In fact, it wasn't particularly long. It was only about 2 hours because Paul's trying to be a bit more moderate in his life. But if you didn't watch that, I'll give folks a bit of a summary. So Paul was gone for quite a while. He had to move house. He had 2 fairly significant health scares. The first one was a bit more, people are a bit more aware of. He had a problem with a detached retina, which was fixed. The second one, he ended up in hospital with a problem with his lungs, which was very, very serious. So yeah, he's better now. He's back. I'm recording this on Saturday evening, as I said, and in about 40 minutes he will be going live streaming starting the beta streams of Terra Life. So yeah, it is real, it does exist, and it's on its way. Something that we spoke about on there, so it should be okay to speak about it here because it's available on the interwebs. There is an update coming to Animal Food Editions to go with Maize Plus, which has got some really cool features in it. Going to make everyone's life just a little bit easier. So yep, I'm going to see if Paul is happy for me to make a little bit of a preview video on that one, so that it's a bit more focused. But yeah, that was cool. It was kind of a random stream. We talked about stuff that's been going on with Paul, stuff that's been going on with Maize Plus, stuff that's been going on with Terra Life. Yeah, I think he's planning to stream this week, time travel and all that. I won't be there. I have some stuff to do Thursday evening, so I won't be there. I don't know if he's going to try and get any other guys in to help him out, or whether if he can't, he might not stream. It's kind of hard to do anyway, particularly when English is not your first language. So yeah, but we should be starting Terra Life streams in English hopefully the week after. I need to check. So I have a lot of real life stuff going on in the next few weeks, which might make that hard for me. So, but Paul wants to, so hopefully Paul can get it done. Yeah, the next few weeks for me are quite busy, so we will see. And the other thing that I was going to do a little bit of a ramble about, and I've just had the notification for, so had a few, I guess, requests, maybe comments, desire, suggestions, all sorts of random words, I suppose. And I have a desire to do it as well. Streaming. I would like to do more of it, but it's really hard. Particularly with, I'm just listening out in case the Amazon driver turns up. With Mrs. D's health problems, like I said, most nights she's going to sleep pretty early in the evening. And that means I can't go upstairs and do that because she needs to sleep. I would be in the room next door doing all the talking and stuff. So I have a half decent laptop. When we tried this before, it struggled with streaming. But that's because I was trying to preserve the really high resolution, high bitrate stuff that I do for videos. Been messing about today, trying to scale all of that back because I'm learning more about how to use OBS and have different profiles and stuff. But what's arriving is I used to have the portable one that I spoke about, the cheap one that I bought off AliExpress. Brought a slightly better one that hopefully won't break because the cheap AliExpress one broke. So the plan is I'm going to have that. I need to do some testing and some setup and stuff, but I would like to try, and we'll see how it works. Might not, but if I can, we'll see if we can do a little bit. It'll be very ad hoc, as and when. It'll be with the 4 dogs in the room with me, so the sound will probably be awful, but hey, we'll see what we can do. It might not be Farm Sim. It might be Timberborn. It might be Expeditions. I don't know. The problem with streaming Farm Sim is that quite often the gameplay footage for the videos is recorded maybe a week in advance. So take this video. It'll come out on Tuesday. I finished recording the gameplay footage on Friday. And so there's quite a small window where the video's out and I haven't recorded the next video. And so that makes it quite hard to stream on the active saves that I have. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. It's something I used to want to do that. That was what I wanted to do before I did YouTube. When I started with the Battle Pirates game. And so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It probably won't be the active save games. I might create a little save that I do it on. It might be Expeditions. It might be Timberborn. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I need to check that. So I wanted to get this portable monitor anyway for some other stuff. But I need to check that I can get a setup on, sitting in the armchair that I sit in that works. I need to have 2 displays to do streaming so I can see all the stuff. But we'll see. We'll see if I can get something that works. If I can, we'll do it. If I can, I might have done it already. Who knows? It'll probably be on Twitch. But it might be on YouTube. Again, I don't know. There's a lot I don't know about this. It came to me yesterday. Was it yesterday or today? I was mulling it over a bit while I was running this morning. And yeah, it kind of felt like maybe it's something to do. There's the bit for me that's sometimes challenging is because I could do a lot of this in the evenings once Mrs. D has gone to bed. But I find I'm quite tired in the evenings at the moment, so that will make it hard. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah. And I'm in a pretty good position at the moment in terms of content for the week. It's Saturday. I've got videos done now out until Wednesday, apart from the little thing of editing. But that is what it is. Yeah, so it's good. It's good. We had, I was going to say Saturday, but they were Friday mods this week, which isn't a big thing, except it was a holiday pretty much in most places in the world. Again, if I got that wrong, I apologise. But it was Custom Modding's 7th birthday, and they released the big quad track. Now, the cost of that tractor means unless I get it crop up in a sale, I haven't downloaded it yet. I can't see me using it on something unless it's like a bit like on Greenlands, or Green Valley, in fact, where both saves had a setup farm where the cost to some extent didn't matter. I think it's going to be quite rare that I would use a tractor that costs over £1 million. In the same way that it's quite rare that I would use something like an X9, which costs over £1 million. But it is what it is, and different people don't care about that kind of stuff. And there was a whole bunch of other kit that came out that I didn't expect, which is kind of weird looking, but maybe kind of cool. I don't know. Didn't really look at it that much. Yeah. But it was nice. It's good that mods seem to be flowing, and it feels to me like things are a bit quicker. I'm not going to say the exact timescales, and we don't get preferential treatment, but I know that it didn't take that long for Maze Plus from submission for submission of the update to release. I know some others have had it take longer, but but I think that was down to some confusion. And, you know, I guess some of it's a bit of a lottery. I'll find out when I submit the improvised animal sheds. That is going to be PC. The update for that is going to be PC only because it's going to support expandable pastures, and that makes it PC only because the expandable pastures is going to be a required mod, and the specializations that are in it make it a required mod. So you're not, if you're on console, you're not really missing. Well, you are missing things because you don't get expandable pastures, but there's nothing extra major that I'm adding to it that would mean you're missing out other than that bit. So yeah, that doesn't make much sense, but it makes sense in my head. So I haven't done anything else to it. All I've done is make it expandable pastures compatible. So yeah, what you might have missed, because I did, I had a whole battle with AutoDrive. So I was using AutoDrive to run the stuff back to the silo. Should have been sending it to the grain dryer, which I think that tractor was. And then I set a waypoint on the road to bring the tractor back. And every time it would try and send it to the waypoint on the road first. And it was a real pain in the something. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's what it is. Fans of multiplayer with Cartech and I. We had intended to restart that last weekend or a couple of days ago, however you want to think about it, but I wanted to have Friday off basically, and we were going to do it Friday in our usual time slot because we were both off anyway, but I just wanted to have the day off to chill out. So hopefully we'll see. Next week, Cartech's having a bit of a break from farm sim stuff. He's busy playing with his beaver. And if you don't understand that, that game is so addictive. If you don't think you like that kind of game, it's so addictive. I'd never played a game like that before particularly, and I'm massively addicted to it now. Yeah, it's very weird. So yeah, we'll see. It'll come back. We've got a concept that we've started, but it kind of got derailed. So yeah. Anywho, that's field 18 harvested. We've got many more to go. They aren't already yet, but we've got many more to go. And I'm going to grab as many harvesting contracts as I can, except forage, because the forage ones are quite slow. But any grain harvesting contracts, going to grab those because we've got the kit for it. If we can get so we can afford the Thor root crop harvester, then I'll be grabbing one of those. I do need to download and install it, but yeah, we'll be grabbing one of those so that we're set for that. And yeah, we're in the position now on this save where things are just going to be busy, I think, which is kind of nice from my point of view. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can see we got 62,000 litres off there, which is pretty nice. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Comments, questions, or suggestions below. We're going to dry that, so it's going to be a nice bit of cash. It's going to be nearly 120 grand. See you next time.